this? Huh?
Trying to get them on TV this weekend. Oh yeah, we'll let you know. Hey, by the way, our selection's on watch party today.
Who is running the TV?
Oh yeah, I did.
Our station to get the. We won't carry that though. We only on the app. It's only the news, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yes. Yeah. Unless you have like
numbers game, that's what Jerry Palm does. But what emotion they played with! It was awesome to see basically the entire state of New Mexico leave and come to Las Vegas. And I basically waited for Evan Washburn to interview Jalen House after every game because he was going nuts. He was going nuts on the floor. He was going nuts at the microphone. Him, Eddie House's son, Jamal Mashburn's son, Nelly Jr. Joseph, Richard Pitino. This is a team that was really up and down.
I said something to the one guy, and he's like, we're working on it.
Oh, sorry, I don't want to be. Heaven forbid.
Yeah, do it. That might be the story.
Yes. Yep. Yep. I do.
What are you doing over here? What are you going down? I know.
I try to get some on TV this morning.
Kidding me?
Somebody else apparently wants to log in.
It's there.
That's me. Here's another tip from the teacher. Here's your drill.
So shiny.
We hit him somewhere you'll never find. Psych. Put him everywhere. Grocery stores and supermarkets, gas stations, and chiropractors' offices. Bowling alleys and grocery stores, which we already mentioned. Reese's. Welcome back to the NCAA Basketball Championship Selection Show. Let's get right back to the reveal of the tournament brackets from the NCAA.
and its corporate champion, AT&T. Our attention now is on the upper right quadrant, where Houston is the second overall #1 seed, and they head to the South Region destination, Dallas.
Do not worry, they will be inspired by that blowout loss to Iowa State. Kelvin Sampson will have them primed, ready to go.
Blowout losses only count for one loss, too. They don't do aggregates.
I think their fans will make the trip to Dallas, Pop.
Yes, first they have to get through 2 games in Memphis, starting against the Longwood Lancers, Big South champions, coached by Griff Aldrich. The 8-9 game in Memphis on Friday features Nebraska. Their first NCAA tournament since 2014, still looking for their first all-time win, and these guys can shoot the three.
They can score the basketball. They run a beautiful offense, and they got a number of guys that can make shots.
They say Tominaga, one of them, and they will be matched up with the 9 seed here, Texas A&M, with some big wins down the stretch, Seth.
Texas A&M supposedly a bubble team.
Yeah, comfortably in there, right, Seth?
Team.
Yeah.
I'm not real surprised. They were that one of those teams, a lot of really good wins, a lot of bad losses, but their late season win over Kentucky in the SEC tournament clearly put them in.
Yeah, 2 wins over Kentucky this year, as well as 1 over Tennessee. All right, now to Friday in Brooklyn on Friday and Sunday, where we find Wisconsin, who just fell in the Big Ten championship game, but this is the highest scoring Wisconsin team since 1994. They just beat Purdue.
Yeah, they did, and they have actually played exceptionally well. They had a great start to the season, hit a little bit of a lull, and now they're trending in the right direction, but they got an interesting matchup coming up, partner.
Let's see who it is. The 12 seed, James Madison, 31-3. First time since 2013.
One of 4 teams with at least 30 wins in the field, and this team has a dynamic duo in Terrence Edwards Jr. and TJ Bickerstaff. Excellent defensive team. That will be a heck of a matchup and a tough one for the Badgers.
I spy a 12-5 upset coming here. They're taking the Dukes in this one, everybody.
They do enter the tournament on the nation's best 13-game winning streak, and from the Dukes, the 4 seed, we go to the Duke, right here, the Blue Devils. The national champ as a player, John Shire, now in his 2nd year as head coach after replacing Coach K. They are coming to Brooklyn, where they will face the 13 seed Vermont Catamounts, the 13 seed America East champs, coached by John Becker. So now we go to the bottom half here of the South region, and games in Pittsburgh on Thursday and Saturday. The 6th seed is Texas Tech. Grant McCaslin making his first NCAA tournament appearance as Texas Tech head coach. They are matched up with NC State, and what a run they went on. 5 wins in 5 days, including over their 2 in-state rivals to win the ACC championship.
Emotionally, how much can NC State have left? Winning a conference championship like that is so big to you.
Yeah.
They got to regroup. They need 2-3 days off.
Well, they do.
The practice one of those days.
Practice.
Yeah, right.
They all player means no practice.
Yeah, that's right.
Still celebrating their first conference tournament title since 1987. And how about the 3 seed here? Kentucky. They didn't play at full strength until the beginning of March.
Yeah, that's right. And they are a dangerous team. As a matter of fact, I actually spy a chance to move them to my Final Four without even seeing the rest of the bracket.
All right. Well, let's see who they're facing. And it's Oakland. And how about Greg Campy in his 40th season there? A 3-14 matchup in Pittsburgh. Okay, now we go to the 7-10 matchups in Indianapolis on Friday. The 7th seed, the Gators, who lead the nation in rebounding. They did lose key big man Micah Hanlogton earlier today to a leg fracture. We wish him a speedy recovery. And then here's where it gets interesting. Boise State and Colorado will meet in Dayton on the 10 line.
So Colorado bubble team played their way in with that win over Washington State. I am very surprised to see Boise State in the first 4. That means they were one of the last 4 in, even though they had a healthy number of quad 1 wins. 6 and 5 in quad 1, 27 in the net, and you're one of the last 4 in. Very interesting.
And you wondered if Colorado's lost to Oregon in the Pac-12 championship.
And you wonder if the squeezing of the bubble created that outcome.
All right, let's see the 2 seed in Indianapolis on Friday, and it is Marquette. Coach Shaka Smart and company awaiting the return of Tyler Kolek to good health.
Good to see Marquette still keep that 2 seed because they made a good run.
They did. That's right, Jay. They sure
Now
did.
Tyler Kolek, now they get them back. They deserve a 2 seed.
And who will they face in Indy? The 15 seed Western Kentucky, Steve Lutz, stuck the landing in his first season at Western Kentucky to get the Hilltoppers into the tournament for the first time since 2013. So as we slide back up to the top of this region, Clark, is there a team or a matchup that stands out?
Yeah, that first one we talked about, the 12-5. I mean, James Madison, I've watched them a bunch this season. They're really good. Defensively, they can mix it up. Offensively, they got a nice inside-outside combination. One of the highest scoring teams in the country. So this is and Wisconsin is playing excellent basketball. I'm really looking forward to that matchup particularly.
Texas A&M in an 8-9 game with Nebraska. Nebraska needs that first win, and they got stuck with Texas A&M, who is sizzling hot since they put Manny Obaseki in the starting lineup. If we move down now to the rest of the bracket there, I'll tell you one thing. Kentucky is really interesting to me. John Calipari is one of the coaches that has always been known as a defensive coach. Has kind of changed and gone offense. There's a couple teams in the tournament like that, Alabama. How far can it take them? I think it could take them to at least Sweet 16 against Marquette, then see what they got defensively at that point.
I just want to go on record. I've got James Madison in the Sweet 16. Again, I'm surprised to see Boise State is 10. The big question on this side of the bracket is the health of Tyler Cole.
Yes, no doubt.
But either way, the way that Kentucky plays, it gets up and down the floor. I know Florida's got an injury issue too.
Yeah.
But Kolek to me is a big-time X factor in this tournament and certainly in this side of the bracket.
A lot of high-powered offenses who will have to potentially get through a very good defense in the Houston Cougars as well. So the wait is now over for half the field. 2 regions down, 2 to go. Will it be joy or heartbreak? Teams still nervously anticipating their fate in this year's NCAA tournament field. And as we head to break, another look at some of the joyous reactions in the Midwest region when the NCAA March Madness selection show continues on CBS.
AT&T just sent me a heads up on the best plan for me. They know what a pro wants.
What a pro means.
Whatever makes me happy.
Sets you free.
And I'm begging you for knowing exactly what a pro wants, what a pro needs. Whatever makes me happy sets me free.
Good. A little bit flat. It'll get better.
AT&T provides recommendations so you get what's right for you.
That's what matters.
1 kale celery swirl? Cash or charge?
Charge.
Sorry, game time.
Great clips, brights and wrongs with J. Riley.
Wrong. Getting a quick trim from your buddy at halftime. Right. Going to Great Clips, where they use clip notes to save your haircut details and your friendship. Nice block.
Honey garlic and honey sriracha wings? I love honey.
Oh, like Winnie the Pooh?
I'm sorry, Winnie the Who?
Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. Weird last name, though. Hey, Piglet!
Hey.
You gotta try these wings.
All right.
Piglet?
Yeah, eat up, buddy.
Stevens jumps on the court. He's done. For the championship.
Nice shot, Marcus.
Sweet, turn simulation off.
Tisk, tisk, not so fast.
What? Why?
Did you forget, Marcus?
Forget what?
Your CAD exam? Flashcard time.
The atomic weight of boron?
The future isn't scary. Not investing in it is. 100 innovative companies, 1 ETF. Before investing carefully, read and consider fund investment objectives, risks, charges, expenses, and more in prospectus at Invesco.com.
On campuses nationwide, the NCAA is making transformative changes for student athletes. While they pursue their biggest dreams, we're launching new initiatives to help them. Life-changing education opportunities are just the start. The NCAA is providing enhanced mental health services. We're guaranteeing scholarships and tuition and expanding access to healthcare. Visit ncaa.org/change to learn more.
Ew, Knuckles. What do you like to do for fun?
Vengeance.
Knuckles, only on Paramount Plus. CBS Tuesday.
This is Special Agent Mel. We just want to talk.
You don't plan to be gone in the next 3 hours, shoot me.
A new FBI Tuesday on CBS. Where we go?
evidence, the top seed was victorious in just 11 of the 32 conference tournaments. Halfway through the bracket now, many conference champs still wondering where they'll be slotted and who they will play. And so back to the brackets now from the NCAA and its corporate champion, Capital One. We are in the Midwest region now, the lower right quadrant, where the Purdue Boilermakers are the third #1 seed. And of course, this is Zach Edey's last ride. Just became Purdue's all-time leading scorer Saturday in the conference semifinal classic, won by Wisconsin. They will face the winner from Wednesday's matchup at the First Four in Dayton between Montana State, the Big Sky champs, and Grambling State making a good defensive.
Congratulations to the Tigers of Grambling State and Deontay Jackson, their head coach. He's been knocking on the door and finally gets that ticket scanned.
SWAC champions. Congratulations to Grambling State. Now to Friday in Indianapolis, where we find the 8th seed Utah State, who in Danny Sprinkle's first season returned 0 points from last year's tournament team. They won the Mountain West regular season title. They've got a guy named Great Osibor. Better watch out. The 8th seed against the 9th seed, and the 9th seed will be TCU, who tied a school record with 9 Big 12 wins this year, including a win over Houston.
That's going to be a tough matchup. TCU is fast and athletic. They've got great guards. It's going to be a tough matchup for Utah State.
Now we have Thursday games here as well. In Salt Lake City, the 5 seed is Gonzaga. Maybe back in the Cinderella slot here, as they embark against the 12th seed that nobody wants to face.
Hey, I mentioned there are 4 teams that won 30 games in the country. They're one of them. They won 30, JMU won 31, Houston won 30, and UConn has won 31. This team is legit. Shahade Wells is a stat sheet stuffing guard who can carry a team, but they defend, they're athletic, they're tenacious. That is going to be a hands-full matchup for the Zags.
30-3 after just 11 wins each of the previous 2 years. Will Wade's first season on the job there. The 4 seed in Salt Lake City, Kansas, an NCAA record 34th consecutive appearance, and they will face Samford, who is in for the first time since 2000. And get ready, Kansas, you're about to face Buckyball.
Buckyball, high octane, a lot of threes made, a chore. Remember that name, folks. Outstanding forward. This team is deep, plays a fast pace. That'll be a challenge for a kind of depleted Kansas team. They've been injured. Hunter Dickinson may be out, so that's going to be a handful.
And let's go to the bottom half now of the Midwest region. These are games in Pittsburgh on Thursday, starting with South Carolina, the 6th seed. After being picked to finish last in the SEC, they tied for 2nd, and it's their first tournament since 2017. Lamont Paris, the SEC Coach of the Year. And they will face the 11th seed, who clinched it last night, the Oregon Ducks, winning the final Pac-12 tournament to get the automatic bid. The 3 seed in the Midwest region is Creighton, who tied a program record with 14 Big East wins, 3 players averaging 17 points or more for these guys.
Creighton's a dangerous team too, and as a 3 seed, that's good because they avoid the 1 seed later in the tournament.
Yeah, that's right.
Meet them as early. Creighton could make a run here as a 3.
And they will face the 14th seed, Akron, after a wild ending in the Mid-American Conference Championship game. Akron is in, and that was heartbreak for Kent State. Now, first and second round games in Charlotte, North Carolina. On Thursday, Texas is the 7th seed behind Rodney Terry, and they will face another First Four winner on the 10 line between Virginia and Colorado State.
Not surprised to see Virginia in the First Four. I'll tell you what, the committee wasn't buying the whole Mountain West love. I don't know anybody who had Colorado State this low, not to mention I talked about Boise State the 10 and the regular season champ, Utah State at 8. Interesting choices.
It sure is. But who's the 2 seed in Charlotte, North Carolina? Not too far from Knoxville. The Tennessee Volunteers, regular season champs in the SEC, led by Dalton Connect, who led the conference in scoring.
And the country's going to get to see Dalton Connect all again, and he's going to get to play on the big stage for the first time. This is going to be big time for him and for all of us to be able to watch.
And you know who's back? As a 15 seed, the darlings of the 2022 tournament are back. with fresh feathers. As we move back to the top of this region here, Jay, what draws your attention?
One thing I have to say about Gonzaga, everybody was saying all year, what's wrong with Gonzaga? They're not going to make the tournament. They're a 5 seed. This is the 24th consecutive tournament they've been in. Only Michigan State and Kansas have made more consecutive tournament runs. That's incredible.
It really is. That's a remarkable feat by those programs.
And I got to tell you, that matchup. Now, what do they get rewarded? They get McNeese, your team that will win, who is a brutal first round.
Yeah, I like McNeese in that game because of their speed, and Shawhane Wells is a real problem at that backcourt spot.
Yeah, this is the part of the show where I light myself on fire. Because I got McNeese over Gonzaga, and you ready? Stanford takes down Kansas. You mentioned the injuries to Kansas. They were already not a deep team. Stanford is an up and down team. They play 10 guys, and the game is in Salt Lake City, where altitude is a factor. We've got a potential matchup between Texas and Tennessee, where Rick Barnes, the Tennessee coach, used to coach. I think the dangerous team in this bracket is Creighton. They play at a slower tempo. I think they can get by Tennessee in the Sweet 16.
Tell you what, Oregon is interesting because they finally gotten healthy, and Infale Dante is a difference maker. Big guy who can protect the rim and is a great passer. They've got good shooting around. They could be. Dana Altman always seems to have his team moving in the right direction this time of year.
And Dante didn't miss a shot.
That's right. He went perfect. Yeah.
Last night. All right, the Capital One NCAA March Madness Bracket Challenge, the official bracket game of NCAA March Madness for both the men and women, is almost ready for your picks. Get your bracket started at play.com.ncaa.com. All right, with only one quadrant remaining, several teams remain on edge. Among those still waiting, St. Mary's, Clemson, New Mexico, and Nevada will reveal the final region, and the selection show continues live on CBS.
Shots and mascots, buzzer beater,
and unlimited 1.5% cash back with the Capital One Quicksilver card.
That's what my disco keep tearing,
Disappearing.
Freshman with a hot hand shoots and scores.
That's what my
Have a delivery for Athena.
You know any Athena?
I don't know any Athena.
Twist on it?
Yeah. Cream on the right, we'll let him in.
Oh, welcome to Troy. Open the gate. Thank you.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Or get $6,000 purchase allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP on select GMC Sierra models. We are professional grade GMC. Choose perfection. Choose LG OLED EVO.
Everyone's hyped that Wendy's made the official hamburger of March Madness a buck. What time I told you? On another level.
Get hyped with fresh, never frozen beef on Wendy's steak single for a buck, only in the app.
A new Equalizer tonight on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus. It all starts with a Chevy truck. Chevy Silverado with the Turbo Max engine and best-in-class standard torque. And Chevy Silverado HD with up to 14 available camera views. Do more in a Chevy truck. Get yours now.
Get $5,000 total value on Silverado LTZ and High Country models when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Or during Chevy truck season, get as low as 0.1% financing in all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Watch an extra hour of Get Up DC, weekdays at 9 a.m.
The NCAA, CBS, and TNT Sports would like to recognize and thank our official NCAA corporate champions and corporate partners for their ongoing support of the NCAA and NCAA student athletes throughout the year.
All right, welcome back. 3 brackets down with just 1 to go. Probably still several teams and their fans on the edge of their seats right now as they wait to see if their school makes it into the big dance. But that wait is now over. It is time for the final region of the tournament brackets from the NCAA and its corporate champions. We're going to the lower left quadrant, the West region, where the North Carolina Tar Heels are the 4th number 1 seed, Jay.
I concede to Clark. He is absolutely right. The committee did not play well with Iowa State's poor non-conference schedule.
And so they are the 1 seed, and they are going to Charlotte, and they're also staying. Also in Charlotte, also on Thursday, Mississippi State with Chris Haynes. Coaching these guys, they are Michigan State, Tom Izzo.
Yeah, they're going to play the way on the bubble, especially with all these big teams coming in late. So high for a bubble team and number 9, but I think they're properly seeded. We really got that one right.
All right, in this region, they're cut from 4 locations, a couple of days. So on Friday in Spokane, we get the 5 seed St. Mary's, West Coast Conference champs.
So long ago they won the conference championship. Don't forget about that. Just give them 2 wins against Gonzaga this year. This is a great team with Fabian in the backcourt, Barcelona's. They are a very dangerous team this tournament.
There'll be a lot of Gonzaga fans in here. And they are going to face Grand Canyon. The 4 seed going to Spokane. It's across the end for Alabama, who led the nation scoring average with over 90 points a game. Their opponent, 13 seed. Anybody your flight, Charles? Anybody, including the CAA championship. Don't let them get to 80 and 20-0 when they do so. You go to the bottom half of the West Region games in Memphis, Tennessee.
The forgotten
the
Barb.
6 seed on Friday is Clemson. A season highlight of North Carolina, the first on the road as a top 3 team in nearly 50 years. And now they get to see what they're going to face. And that is the 11th seed, Argentina, with Mexico.
We need to turn that all the way down. Is that too loud? Okay. 6 players averaging double figures for these guys as they match up with the 14 seed Colgate Raiders, who won the Patriot League regular season and conference tournament championship game. Now we go to Salt Lake City for games on Thursday.
Get the last 10 seed.
Dayton is here as the 7th seed.
Again, people describe Dayton as a bubble team that went out early in the A-10 tournament. A 7th seed is not a bubble team, folks. They were very safely.
And Dayton will face in Salt Lake City their who is in at 26 and 7 to celebrate. And now we just have 2 teams left to reveal. The 2 seed in the West Region, destination LA, is Arizona, 3rd in the nation in scoring. And they won the final Pac-12 regular season.
Yeah, they were terrific all season long. They had a bump or 2 here, but
and they will face, and it's a wild story, Long Beach State head coach Dan Munson and the school had agreed to a mutual separation on Monday. And now they are in the field of 68.
March is time for madness in here. That's exactly right.
At the top of the bracket. Clark, go first.
gotta tell you what, this Michigan State, Mississippi, I read that he's about a 65% winner in games where his team is the lower seed. You cannot go against this. And they play some of the best basketball.
Yeah, probably. You got me for national playing for Arizona. And
They love that break.
See what you got at the beginning of the game.
Last night.
Oh, okay.
30 flight this morning.
and again, looking at that, they're not going to be in as a 10 seed, and then he's not feeling about this. They have
I love it.
teams in.
I love it.
Great teams.
I'm with you, though. I think Arizona's got a great path here to get to the Final Four, get matched up against Carolina. They look pretty good right here where this matches up. Also, New Mexico is a really hot team right now. They are rebounding. They get the 3 guards, Hal, Stant, Mashburn, but they are rebounding extremely well. They're scared.
Very scared. All right, guys, the breakdown of the conferences that earned multiple bids looks like this, and you just mentioned the Mountain West, the Big 12, and the SEC leading the way with 8 teams. The Mountain West places 6 squads in the field, topping their most ever.
How about that great next to the Big East? I mean, that's a huge story today. St. John's, Seton Hall. St. John's isn't even among the first 4 out.
Yeah, we're looking now at the last 4 in and first 4 out as we turn our attention there. The teams that barely made the tournament and the teams that were close but did not make the field. Is there a team that you feel should have been in that was left out? And if so, who is your team?
Well, definitely no one's pounding the table on this. You played your way off the bubble. I'm shocked that Colorado State is the last team in. I had Seton Hall in, Virginia out. You can absolutely make a case for Virginia. Unlike Seton Hall, they didn't have any bad losses. But again, St. John's, I had St. John's as my first team out, and they weren't even on that list. And Indiana State showed up well, aside from those.
Yeah, but I go back to your point, Seth. When you get to this point and you're trying to differentiate, it becomes splitting hairs, and somebody's going to be left out. And the way the Stoop got compressed here with 4 teams that were not going to be at-large candidates winning conference tournaments, that really created more teams than we've had in a while that were being considered and may have been in the field had it not been for the circumstances of,
We had the N10, ACC, Pac-12, and Pac-12. Knocked out probably 4 of these teams.
Indiana State was 29th in the net. That's the highest ranked decade they left out.
All right, good point, guys. All right, game on. Fill out both the men's and women's brackets for a chance to win a new 2024 Nissan Rogue with a 3-year subscription to satellite radio and a trip to the 2025 Final Four. Learn more at cbssports.com/Nissan. And as we head to break, look at a few more exuberant celebrations. Next, we're talking to John about the selection process, selection committee chairman Charles Miller.
Guys are willing to talk when you talk now.
Hello, Mia. Are you ready to meet your
I'm gonna do you one-on-one later.
Man, we really need to upgrade your trash talk.
But you're doing over there.
Shot. Taker.
Cool program, Shark. I'll see you tomorrow.
The future isn't scary. Not investing in it is. 100 innovative companies, 1 ETF. Before investing carefully, read and consider fund investment objectives, risks, charges, expenses, and more. Prospectus at investment.com.
Great clips, rights and wrongs. Jay Wright.
Wrong. Kobe was an upset by giving yourself thanks.
You're coming with me. You're here.
You can win a trip to the 2020.
I'm trying to keep them out of my way. Jordan, nice to meet you. Okay. All right, so I mean, I can see the smile on your face right now, right? What is that whole? What is this whole process like to sit here and wait, and then see your name called?
It's nothing less than amazing to be able to get this opportunity to go on national television and fight for our HBCU community, fight for Howard, and be able to just play our best and try to shock the world and show them how great we are. It's an amazing opportunity.
When you see it go up, you're going against Wagner first. What runs through you?
We just got to be ready to go. It's that time of the year. You lose, you're done. Every team is fighting for the same thing. We're going up against another great team, and the best team is going to win.
Talked to your coach earlier. I talked to him before the season started. He said, I don't know what I have in my guys. And he said, I still don't because we've had so many injuries. We had 5 guys and a walk-on down the stretch. And you guys did some things.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's been an up and down year. We haven't been able to know whether practice or games we may have that day due to injuries and stuff. But, I mean, we have a deep team and we've been consistent. Now, at the end of the year, we're getting everybody back, so we're blessed to see how great we can really be.
Every kid dreams of this, right? Every kid dreams of one shining moment. I imagine you do the same.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All glory to God. It's a blessing.
Thanks, AJ. Thanks, babe. Yes, sir.
Bryce, pleasure.
Yes, sir. Okay. I just talked to Jordan about it. Every kid dreams of seeing that name, their team name go up on the screen. You guys have been through it before. What is it like?
To be honest with you, it's surreal every time. You know, it means a little different now, especially considering the tribulations and trials that we went through for this past season, from injuries to, you know, not being able to have guys. Like in the beginning of the season, we didn't know if we were going to have Seth Towns for the season. So, but I mean, it's truly surreal. Feeling truly blessed to be able to have this opportunity to play on such a big stage.
82 games lost to injury, what Coach told me today. And down the stretch, you had 5 guys and a walk-on, right, finishing up games. I mean, what does that say about this squad?
This resiliency. Honestly, we work so hard, not only, you know, just in practice, but, you know, outside of that, at school and getting extra work in. And a lot of guys understand what it's like and what's the requirement for winning, and a certain type of sacrifices that's needed in order to achieve that. And the crazy part is even with those sacrifices, some still don't achieve it. Mm-hmm. So just having that blind faith, you know, Coach says all the time, we by faith, not by sight. So we take that philosophy very seriously.
I even heard you guys cheer when another HBCU team went up on the board there. There's obviously a pride there.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, honestly, like we love to see all type of HBCUs get the exposure that we need. And I feel like because we're HBCUs, you know, get the natural, let's say, exposure from most mid-majors as we would. I feel like HBCUs have, you know, a ton of talent, and you know, making sure that spotlight is on there, and making sure that whoever who made those same sacrifices and won the same way that we did are able to, you know, reap from their benefits. You know what I'm saying?
You grow up in this game, you watch this tournament every year. That theme song, One Shining Moment, has to run through all your guys' minds. What do you, as a kid and as a young adult, what do you dream about? What's the moment for you?
Winning. That's the moment. You know, getting to the stage isn't just, you know, one thing you think about. You think about winning the game, you think about celebrating with your teammates. You know, that's the type of stuff that you really look for, and you know, being able to go home and tell the people around you and all the people who are younger want to be in your position that you are a winner. You know, I feel like that's the dream right there. There's nothing else really surpasses that.
You got Wagner right out of the gate. Do you know anything about them?
I actually used to play AAU with one of their ball players. So it should be interesting seeing him. You know, it's crazy how certain stages, you know, in certain different times in life periods, people come back and, you know, cross paths again. So I mean, like, you know, him playing each other, you know, being on the same AAU team at one point, you know, like, or another example, like, I don't know if you guys know Kai Ziegler in Tennessee. Me and him used to play in middle school together.
Oh, wow.
And he's going to be playing his biological brother at St. Peter's. So, I was looking at some stuff like that. You know, basketball, it's a big world, but it's a small world at the same time. So, there's like countless matchups in there like that, you know. So, it's exciting. It's exciting to say the very least.
Last question is the guy that's sitting behind you. You talked about it before, Seth. I mean, the journey that he's been on. He's older than a lot of NBA players right now. 8 years to get to this point. What has he meant to your squad?
He's huge. Honestly, like I said, the word resiliency, like, he just hadn't given up on himself. You know, that's just the biggest thing for me. You know, the type of self-confidence and courage that he has, you know, to come back and, you know, have a huge impact, you know what I'm saying? And I love that from him. And to be honest with you, having him on my team is huge because I'm just a sponge. I just want to, you know, be able to get all the information I can from him, you know what I'm saying? He's very wise, you know, beyond his years, especially, you know, having that Harvard degree and things of that nature. So, you know, talking to him is just a great experience, you know, like, I don't think he really understands how much people look up to him for real.
So he's been at 2 HUs.
Definitely, he has been at 2 HUs, yes, but he's at the real HU now.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Can you talk about on the stage, represent for the Howard brand? Can you talk about represent for Howard brand?
You're ready. Chick Hernandez, so not. Very good. You good? Okay. I watched you watch that screen, and when the team name pops up, there's a huge smile on your face. What did it mean to see it?
I mean, it means everything. This is my first conference tournament championship, and so just kind of coming in and anticipating, wondering who we're gonna play, the anticipation building up, and seeing our name pop up on the screen and everything. It's all of us.
It's an 8-year anticipation for you. It's when the story comes out, there might be a movie at some point. I just talked to Bryce about it. What you mean to them, that journey. How in the world are we standing here today with you getting ready to play in the day?
Yeah, we're standing here by the grace of God, and I stand here humble with fantastic teammates who have poured their hearts and souls into the season, and so again, just seeing our name pop up, it's an incredible blessing.
You took a year off after a few years of playing, injuries, all of it. You've been through it. You came back from it. To be with this squad, and Coach just told me, look, we finished with 5 guys and a walk-on. This has been an unbelievable season. What has this season meant to you?
Yeah, I mean, it's just been one of unbelievable determination by our guys. We knew going in that we were going to be shorthanded with some of our key pieces, and so the guys who were out on the court knew that it was time to step up when you got your name called, and so they did that wonderfully. It's just I've been sitting on waiting for a moment like this to come. It's been a remarkable journey, and I couldn't ask to do it with guys.
There's not a whole lot of guys who are going to play in a tournament that have a Harvard degree and been in a couple of different spots, an OSU team, and now an HBCU team. Why are you here?
For the love of the game, simply. I love basketball, and knew that there was a chance that my knee could withstand. It could get back to full health, and so with the great medical staff we have here, we're able to get that done. And again, just truly a blessing even in playing.
You got Wagner. We haven't talked about the opponent. We got Wagner first. Do you know anything about them?
No, we're gonna get to doing our homework pretty immediately after this.
And what does Coach mean to you? A guy who's been there, done that, and obviously has done a tremendous job with this college.
Yeah, Coach Blakeney has challenged me in a way that I've never been challenged as a basketball player, and has caused me to grow in a way that is profound as a man. So, I'm forever indebted to him, forever grateful for him, and he's been a huge blessing to my life.
And you've been now to 2 HUs.
Yes, absolutely.
But as Bryce says, this is the real HU.
This is HU. This is HU. One is HU, and this is HU.
Thank you very much. Well said. Well said. Absolutely. Where is Coach? Dockery? You good?
Great.
All right. Good day.
Yes, sir. That's all good.
Yeah, you said it. It's a good day. You've been through this before, but to see the name pop up on the screen, how does that hit you?
It's amazing. You know, just to know that all the hard work that we've been through this year is really paying off with everything, and to see our name on the screen, knowing that we have an opponent that we can beat, and we play North Carolina, it's very happy. You know.
How did you do it? I mean, I just talked to Coach a little while ago. You had 5 players and a walk-on down the stretch for these games. How did you get this done?
We fought. You know, we gave it all we got, and you know, every man that we could use, that we used them. So we did the best we could, and we did everything we could do.
Every kid dreams of hearing the one shining moment theme. Every kid dreams of playing on national TV. Obviously, you guys have done it. What do you think about when you think about playing in this tournament?
I do it for everyone that I love and for the people that aren't here for me. You know, it really means a lot to me to being able to play for my brothers and the family here at home. You know, I'm from Washington, D.C., and Howard's right up the street from where I'm from. So being able to do it for the little kids in my neighborhood and all the kids at the high schools that I've been to is very important to me.
What has Coach B meant to you? What has Coach Blakely meant to you?
Everything. He's given me an opportunity that I don't even know how I would prepare for it. You know, it's a scholarship, an opportunity to become a better man at Howard University. It's a dream come true.
Talking to Seth, he's going to be one of those stories, obviously. An 8-year guy who finally gets to the dance with this squad. I don't know how to put it into words. What has he meant to your squad?
Everything. You know, he's a very, I don't know how to say it, but you know, he's really smart in every way that it is that he's chose, on the court, off the court. He's been a great big brother to me from the moment that I met him. You know, and it's bigger than basketball with Seth, you know, with what he wants to do and everything that he's been through. He's taught me a lot with just being a good person in life and in the classroom and everything. I can always learn from him every day.
Thank you very much, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm going to get him when he's got a chance to talk to us. This is for your one-on-one, so if you guys want to do something first, go ahead. When you see, I can see the look on your face, what you've accomplished. When you see that team name pop up, it was there last year as well. How does that hit you?
It makes me very emotional. You know, we've done something that hasn't been done at this university in a very long time. When you talk about it at the Division I level, it's never been done. To have a chance to go to back-to-back NCAA tournaments and represent Howard, represent that brand, represent all the alums, this Washington, D.C. community, it's really special.
And talking to Seth, he's going to be one of the stories of the tournament, an 8-year guy is now seeing the fruits of his labor. What has he meant to the coach and the squad?
Well, I mean, it's been incredible. Just to have him here and to see, first and foremost, when he got here, Chick, he wasn't even healthy enough to really play. So our physical therapist, Bobby, our training staff, all put a plan together and kind of gradually worked him back into playing shape, getting that leg strong enough. We were able to figure out a brace that complemented him, that would help him, hopefully at that point in time when we were thinking about it, play and stay safe, and that's physically and mentally. And he's done the work every day, and sometimes it takes him 4 hours to get prepared to play. So just to understand his dedication and his passion for the game and his love for the game, man, it's been awesome to be around.
They're already talking about, we got Wagner. It's a quick turnaround, right? This is one of those things in coaching where you have a short amount of time to get these guys ready. It's a little different than the regular season or the conference tournament as well.
It is. And, with us having 3 games in 3 days, a lot of guys logged a lot of minutes, and it's a quick turnaround for Tuesday evening. It's going to have to be a lot of focus on us and our foundation, our principles, our culture. It really has to ride, and I think override the things that Wagner brings to the table in their injury for this game.
I know you don't want to look ahead because no coach looks ahead, but you beat Wagner. You got North Carolina. You're a Duke. Will that mean just a little bit more?
I'll see Wagner on Tuesday.
Thank you very much.